local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, welcome into Spiro. It's great to have you with us. We have got a great show for you today. We have got Garth and Cortney George here today to tell us their love story. Now, at the new Lloydminster Nissan, you're going to love the deals right now, especially on a brand new Rogue. You're going to do a brand new Rogue for $5,000 off, only at the new Lloydminster Nissan. And remember, if you need tires, tires are always at cost, whether it's winter tires or all-season tires. You can find tires at cost every day at the new Lloydminster Nissan. Well, I have Heather Price joining me here today, and we're excited to bring you another love story. We really enjoyed this last year. And last year at this time, we didn't have our wedding rings yet. So Love Story is brought to you by Spiro's, where we are right now, and Richardson's Jewellery. And we got to tell you, we never thought of buying our rings anywhere else but Richardson's Jewellery. I went and picked out the engagement ring myself. It was one of the most stressful things that I've ever done, but they made it really, really easy at Richardson's Jewellery. And when we went to pick out our wedding rings, that was a little bit easier. In fact, I think
that
Heather,
was fun. You
kind of knew what, because we went in there and Wayne showed us a ton of rings, but I think you knew which ring you wanted, right?
I had a bit of an idea. I may have browsed their website first to get a few ideas. So, there was something that kind of caught my eye.
And then I knew which ring I wanted. I wanted the cheapest ring. So that's the way you are.
Yeah, buddy. I actually have it on today, which is surprising. So,
but I ended up not going with, I ended up actually going with a little more expensive ring because Heather liked it.
I insisted.
Heather kind of liked it better.
I did not.
But I have banged this thing on so many, and I take it off to do dishes sometimes. It'll stay off for a week because
I lost mine during our dance. We had to stop the dance to find my cheap ring.
Really?
So, yeah, I was really giving her.
Uh-oh.
Flew off.
Flew off.
So everybody had to pause and look in the dirt for the ring. Yeah.
The dirt, okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Superior Water is proud to provide you with the purest drinking water possible, and I drink it because I like the taste. I believe it is Superior Water. And don't forget, ice for the Crown Royal is just $2 a bag. Plus, I love that they're open on Saturdays and on Sundays. It makes, when you want to get water, it always seems it is always on a Sunday. And, oh man, sometimes it's Sunday night when we realize we're out of water. Well, you can run to the coin-operated location right beside 7-Eleven on Highway 17 South as well. Well, we also want to remind you that Cupcakes for Caregivers, presented by Lloydminster Sobeys and the Lloydminster District United Way, is looking for your nominations. If you haven't nominated a caregiver, you can do so, whether that's someone that is in your family. Maybe it's your dad takes care of your mom, or your mom that takes care of your dad, or maybe it's a doctor, a nurse, any kind of healthcare worker that you want to nominate, you can do so. All you have to do is send an email to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. And we'll be happy to put them into what we do is we don't get rid of any of them. We keep them all, and hopefully eventually everyone will win. The Cupcakes for Caregivers is proudly brought to you by Sobeys Lloydminster and, of course, Lloydminster District United Way. So we have got Garth here, we've got Cortney here, and Heather is here to ask a few questions about the love story. We'll find out about this ring being lost in the dirt and how this whole thing got started when we come back here at Spiro's, which, by the way, there's no GST on Valentine's Day. It's like the last day that there's no GST, so book your table at Spiro's ASAP, guys. We'll be right back with Garth and Cortney George's love story in just a moment.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with a Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At CK McKee Roofing, they understand what it took to put that roof over your head for your family. With over 20 years of experience under their belt, they strive to show you that with their workmanship and their integrity. Not all roofing companies are created equal, and that's why CK McKean Roofing encourages you to focus on your most important investments, your home and your family. CK McKean Roofing. Roofers do it on top.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
They're committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. BioClean Disaster Services at 1-833-246-8326. BioClean Disaster Services is not only Lloydminster's largest restoration company, but they're proud to be the local restoration company. So if fire, flood, any kind of disaster hits your home or your business, you're going to miss those mundane, everyday things that you just take for granted. Well, BioClean Disaster Services will take care of your property, your belongings, and get you back to those mundane things which you will be craving to get back to. They'll take care of you. 1-833-246-8326. So Garth and Cortney George are our guests today on Love Story, brought to you by Spiro's and Richardson's Jewellery. And we're excited to find out how you guys met, because Cortney, you're from around my area, my neck of the woods, right?
Yeah.
You grew up around Bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So did you live in Bigger your entire life?
No. We kind of lived in between. We moved from Alberta and then Bigger, and then I moved here in 2009. So I was here well before I met Garth.
So what was it took your family to Bigger? Was it railroad?
It was me. I came to Bigger on my own to work.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you grew up around there like family.
Well, your grandparents are from there. Like,
Oh, no, sorry. I came to Lloydminster to work in
Okay.
2009, pardon me.
Yeah. But what took you to Bigger?
Oh, my grandpa, my whole family's from Bigger, both
Okay.
sides. So they homesteaded there, and we just kind of started farming there, and yeah.
Oh, so you did grow up in Bigger?
Yeah, but
Oh,
we
okay.
stopped farming, and then Mom and Dad moved away to Alberta, and then came back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry.
And Garth, you lived your whole life north of Lloyd.
yeah, no, don't get out much, yeah.
Bar Wade, okay.
Yeah.
Out by Bar Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so how does a girl from Bigger meet a guy from
Well, she's lucky to
Mara Wayne?
start that off like that, but
Do you seriously feel that way?
God, yeah.
Do you feel that way, Courtney?
That depends on the day.
How did you guys meet?
Well, we're going to get an argument here to start with, but a friend of mine is a wedding planner, and she always said was a wedding planner. She always told me that when I was ready to settle down, she had the perfect girl for me. So I said, okay, but I wasn't ready to settle down, and I was carrying on. And then one day I thought, well, I'll text this Courtney gal up. And then she had a boyfriend. So that didn't work. So we had to put that on pause for a while. And then after that, this is where she says...
How long of pause was it?
Oh, probably, I don't know, 6 to 8 months, something like that. And then I ran into this friend of mine out, and I was like, woohoo, I'm single. Where's your friend? And, and then we sent him a selfie. He was working, they were putting concrete for the hangar in the shop, so he wasn't out and about. And we sent
you were
him
at some sort of thing at the X or something, weren't you?
Yeah, at the Chuck Wagon
Oh, yeah.
finals. Yeah, and
Oh yeah, we know Garth never shows up to that.
I mean, you start picking on me all the time.
So you're working. You get a text.
I get text. Yeah, it was concrete selfie. They're at this Chuck Wagon Cabaret, and I'm like, oh, okay.
perfect.
So then I was like literally start a harvest, like because that's when it starts. So I was totally busy and kept blowing this really aggressive Jane off. She kept trying to get a hold of me, and then then she's texted me one day and she's like, "Hey, I'm bringing coffee. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, we're hauling grain."
I don't know if that's how it went.
See, this is where the fight starts.
Okay, what's your?
Here's her side
So
of the story
after
then.
the selfie, the next day he added
What?
me to Facebook.
No.
And then we chatted back and
Desperate much?
Facebook.
It was an auto ad. I don't know. I had the
forth. That's a bit.
So the next day.
Very next day, he adds me to, because, Kaylee had sent him the
It was
text.
24 hours, Courtney. Let's not rush it.
Right, okay. Sure, we'll give you that. So then, we chatted back and forth, but it's August then, right? So we chatted for probably a month or almost 2, and then it was getting, like, are we ever going to go on a date? And he's like, well, probably not till November, because that's when harvest will be over.
Yeah,
So
and it was
he's like-
during like our crappy harvest too. Like it was
And so then he asked,
year was
he's
that?
like,
15, 13.
Okay.
13,
There's
yeah.
the argument. right?
And then he's like, not unless you want to come and haul grain. So I'm like, well, okay, fine. So then I was, he was hauling grain. I met him at the ADM truck lineup and brought him coffee and went and hauled a couple
Truckers everywhere lined up, right? This looks kind of conspicuous. The trucker and his blonde gets out of the car, right? I'm like, oh god, all these guys are looking out, and I'm got BO and grain dust in places I can't even talk about. And I had my special shirt, my game time shirt, Kurt.
Game time.
Yeah, my game time shirt.
Okay, we
So
got to see this. She still has a shirt.
This is my game time shirt
This
here.
is the shirt he was
The shirt I
wearing.
had on. It says, I got your tickets to the gun show with 2 arrows pointing at my arms. And that's what I had on in the truck. And I had no idea what was going to happen that day. And so that's what I have on. It still fits fine. I know you're going to ask that. It fits perfectly fine. Kurt.
Does it, Courtney?
We'll let him just say that on the show.
These washer dryers nowadays, they're really intense. And I think it might have shrank it a bit. But
Yes, I'm sure that's what happened.
yeah, that's what happened. So anyway, this blonde gets out of her car with these 2 Tim Hortons and jumps in the truck, and I'm like, oh god, well this girl will be out of here in no time. Because anyway, she stayed haul grain with me, or 2 or 3 loads, and we were combining, and
It was hilarious. We pull into the field and they've all got their radios, and you can hear Garth's dad on the radio. As soon as we drive into the field, he must have spotted me. I think Garth's got a blonde in that truck.
Oh, Marv.
oh Barb, yeah. And then the chatter started, and they're all trying to get near us, and I'm trying to switch tracks, and
He's
You
trying to
can hear
shuffle
it
me
all.
out very quickly.
But you can hear it all on the radio.
Yeah.
I think Garth's got a blonde in that truck. Who is it? Someone get over there. What's happening? It was quite a to-do.
Okay, so you took forever to actually go on the first date because it was harvest.
Yeah.
So, but what did you think when you first met her?
Oh, I was.
And she was like, that's a strange first date. Like,
Oh.
you're gonna come
Would you
drive.
consider it a first date? Is that technically?
Would Courtney? Do you consider a first date?
I think it was. I don't know. I think, it took long enough to get there, and we had tried to set it up a couple times before that never worked out.
Well, I put on my good shirt, Kurt. I just told you guys about that.
I shouldn't have questioned.
So that's a date.
I had a blast, though, so it was, I didn't stop laughing the whole time, so it was like,
But you
I
meet the whole
consider it.
family too.
I didn't.
Right?
No, we were
Nope.
never shifted gears
No,
so
but-
hard in my life. That
So you never met Marv and Deb that day?
Nope.
no.
No.
Well, they met him like
'Cause-
they knew they were from a distance who was in the combines, but I was
and
shifting gears.
It's harvest, so we'd never Yeah, but it's harvest, so nobody stops or slow down or anything. So they just carried on doing what they were doing and noticed that so that he probably got heavily interrogated afterwards.
Supper time was a lot of questions.
When you left,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, because
So-
I was only there for, I think I only hauled 2 loads back and forth to town with him, so it wasn't.
Oh, you went with him because I can see Garth going. Okay, go ahead. You said you're gonna come all grain. Go ahead. All
Jump in.
grain.
Here's the keys.
I gotta go fix a
Well,
combine.
she's got her
over
class
here.
1 or class 3, so I should have just let her take a load in.
Well, that's exactly
There you
what I
go.
thought.
Yeah.
That's when you started talking about
Give
it.
this girl a real
Hey,
test.
what are you thinking when you meet this guy with the Guns T-shirt? Did you notice the T-shirt right away?
Yes, did you?
It was the guns, Heather. I think is
No,
the
I
problem.
actually didn't. I didn't notice. I did notice how dirty his arms were. And
Yes.
how hairy his arms are. That was like.
What was the hair? You could tell me. Everybody
Was there
Well,
anything
he's got
you,
chaff everywhere, so it's kind of hard not to like.
Yes.
was there anything you liked about him? That first
Oh,
date?
Chaffy, hairy arms. Is anybody listening to this?
I didn't stop laughing the whole. I had the best time ever. It was, even though we were hauling grain, we had a blast, and it was, yeah, I don't know. From the second I walked out of there, I was like, I have to see that guy again.
So you were ready for date 2.
I was ready for like start the car.
Archer
yeah.
Daniels puts on a pretty good show when you pull in there to pull in there and haul some canola in, right? I recommend it, farmers, for sure.
So you safe to say you liked him
I did.
right away.
Yes.
Now, Garth, what do you think?
I don't really know. She's
Little desperate. She wants to come out and haul grain.
rushing me.
She
you
can't
know.
find any normal guys to take her out to a restaurant. She gotta go.
Shows up at a truck stop there with all of us there. So no, it was pretty good. It was fun. We hit it off pretty good. My friend was right. That my wedding planner friend. Yeah, she was right. So that was then. I guess what happened after that? PBR or something, wasn't it, or something?
That was
we
our
went to?
first official.
The first official date.
Oh, you got cleaned up and went out?
Yeah.
We went dancing.
Washed my hairy arms and
Same shirt though.
same shirt. Yeah, you got to stick with what works. Good.
So you guys go on an actual date,
Yep.
right? To
Yep.
the PBR.
Yeah.
Did I take you for supper?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. That's a lot of budget there if I took you to both. So
It's a big night out.
Big night
Big
out.
night
Maybe you
out.
just had something at the concession. Or
yeah, maybe you got a hot dog or something.
So when do you kind of realize things are like it's really good, like things are going really really good?
When she threatened me, yeah, she was, because I was kind of always like nervous about settling down, so I was kind of like a bit of a free spirit, and then she basically said, "You need to shape up, or we're doing this," and I was like, "Oh, good. I guess this is real." So,
Or don't call me.
yeah.
Did you really say it? Did you? Like
Not the marriage part, but just the.
No, this was just when we were dating or
We
whatever.
were dating, and it was like he was kind of all over the ice for a long period of time. I'm like, okay, well, either you need to make this more serious, or we're going to stop talking. So
I said, "Hey, okay, sounds
for
good."
sure. No, that's
so.
exactly.
What did you think when she said that? Like what do you?
Well, that's
think?
what I knew. I was like, because I like that. I like someone that's got some balls to like say that's me. I'm very outspoken, and I tell you what I'm thinking in case you haven't noticed. And I was like, someone just did that back to me. That's never usually happened. I'm like, whoa, hang on here.
So why were you skating on the ice? Why were you?
I
Like,
had
what was going on?
some special ones earlier in life, and then I got a little scared and a little freaked out about that stuff. But
Would
yeah.
you talk? Did you talk to anybody about it?
No,
Like,
I don't
did you-
talk about my feelings. You nuts?
Oh, yeah, you're a farmer. Of course
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's just literally, that's what happened. I was just kind of farting around, and then she's like, "Hey, time to shape up." And
Did it kind of scare you? She might actually leave.
I guess so. I never really thought about it like that. Maybe is this a Dr. Phil episode? Or
Yes,
Yes.
that's exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Don't pee on
If I
my
start
leg. Tell me
crying,
it's
you two are
raining,
in
Garth.
trouble.
That's our goal, to make Garth cry.
Oh,
That's what we said. Our goal is to make Garth cry today. So how long did
I
you
love
guys
this school.
just get married? It won't last long. He's a crybaby at weddings.
When I'm officiating,
Only when I'm.
Only when I'm
You didn't cry at our wedding?
I cried a little bit. I was like, poor
I knew
Heather.
it.
Poor Heather.
So how long did you guys date before?
Well, this is
before
where
that-
she can answer this question, because
Okay.
I say it's like maybe 2 or 3 years. She says it was like way longer.
Well, how long was it before you said to him, you know, it's time to stop skating around?
Yeah.
A year. Probably.
Okay, that's a long time to skate around.
I would agree.
How long were you
Yeah.
two together if you're going to point fingers before someone went
This is not
skate-
about us.
before someone went skating around?
Well, we're the ultimate figure skaters, that's for sure.
Yes.
But okay, so you guys date for a couple of years?
Yeah, so we skated around for about a year, And then after that, it was probably a year of solid dating, and we moved in together.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
So you moved out to the farm?
No, Sandy Beach.
Place at Sandy,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then, then kind of a year after that, we got married, kind of, I think, is about that timeline. So,
Yep.
yeah, we met 2013 and got married 2016.
So what was the proposal like?
Awesome.
Amazing.
Really?
It was like a fairy tale.
Let's hear about it. I must
Is
know.
this one where you guys are going to disagree again on
No.
what actually happened?
No,
or-
he knocked it out of the park.
Okay, we gotta
He
hear
actually
this.
did. Which I wasn't expecting, because I'm like,
What? Whoa. Why?
well, because you have always told me that I'll do it when you're never expecting. It'll be on a Tuesday. We'll be folding laundry or something,
Aw, romantic.
right? And he really pushed the point that he was never going to do it when we were on a trip. He was never going to do it when we were, like out where I might expect it. So I definitely didn't think he was going to do it in Hawaii under a waterfall, or right
No,
beside a
you
waterfall.
wouldn't think that.
Right? So that's where he did it. Yeah, we went I don't know what year it was anyways, but we went on a trip to Hawaii with a couple of friends of ours, and
Would have been like 2015-ish, somewhere around in there, probably. Hey?
Yeah. And we took I really wanted to go. We went to
The road to Hana or whatever.
the
right?
road to Hana. Yeah, I really wanted to drive around Oahu, and so we rented a Jeep and took the top off, and it was such a good day. And then I was like, I just want to go swimming in a waterfall. And I was like, we found this perfect waterfall. And I'm like, let's go swimming. This will be great. And they all said no. I'm like, what the? So I kind of was pouty a little bit.
She was.
And so we carry on down the road and fine, whatever. And then we pull off this road again at another stop and walk a little ways back where it's just basically the four of us.
Because the first waterfall was really busy, but we knew there was this other one that was really,
Quieter.
well, it was just us. So that's why we had to
didn't
get
know
her out of this other waterfall, because there's
Yep.
people swimming. It was it wasn't busy, I guess, but there was lots of people. But we knew there was another one. I can't think of the dang fall's name. It's totally escaping my mind right now.
Me
But,
too.
yeah, so anyway, that's why we went to this private one or whatever.
More secluded.
So then he says to me, oh crap, Court, because I was also a single mom when we met, and so he's, crap, Cade's calling, my mom's calling me, here, answer the phone. So I answer the phone, and he pushes play on this video that he had pre-recorded about...
And Cade did all the work.
And Cade comes on, he's like, Mom, I really love Garth, I really want him to be my stepdad, and will you marry him? And then Garth gets down on one knee, and I'm like, what? This is not, I was like, shut up. And then our friends recorded the whole thing.
Are you crying?
A little bit, yeah.
That's
pretty
very
awesome.
sweet.
It's
yes.
pretty awesome.
Didn't know I didn't know Georgie had it in him, did you?
No, I didn't. Not in a million years. Yeah, not in a million years.
It was amazing.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, it was fairy tale.
So tell me about planning that.
It was a lot of planning, and to keep what was Cade be 7,
It was
6 or
six
7,
when we
6
went,
or
I
7,
think.
6.
Gretzky,
To keep
yeah.
that quiet.
He did good.
And I had to ask permission from the parents. They were all for it. Barry was excited to get rid of her. So
He
Did you
said
know
no
it was going to be
returns.
that day? Did you know the
Oh, yeah.
day it was going to be?
yeah, well, my buddy Jimmy and I, who come with us, Jimmy recorded it. James and Yolanda recorded it for us, and
They had a key piece in helping. him
she
plan it
brought
all.
the ring. I forgot about that, getting the ring into customs, because I was like,
Oh.
right, I forgot about that too.
right.
So they had it,
Yeah.
and then we had to go to separate lines, and Courtney couldn't figure out why we were like, let's just go over here, and then James was running that way with Yolanda, because I didn't want to
Yes.
If we got pulled into
oblivious,
secondary or
totally not
something,
right?
expecting anything.
and then I don't think they weren't married yet, so James was just like, look, if they pull this, I'm just going to say
No,
it.
they were married.
Were they married?
Yeah, because you asked me to be your. Remember that was the first date you tried to get me to go on with you. You were
Was the wedding?
He was the best man at this wedding, and he's like, "You want to be my date for this one?" I'm like, "What? No."
Anyway, so
yeah.
they got the ring from customs, because I was worried about that, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, it went well. Went awesome.
What was that like for me? The day I knew that I was going to ask Heather, I was nervous.
Oh, sheer panic, man.
It was.
It's the worst day of your life. It was. You're so
until they say yes.
Until they say yes.
Yeah,
yes.
But it's like it's very.
So you were worried she might say no?
It's always there, right?
That and just like, where are we going? Like, if this is all going to work out, because you got it all planned out, thinking like what's going to happen, and
right.
And once he has his mind like made up of what I can just imagine the turmoil that he was going through, because he's such a planner, and when something doesn't go just the way it would be,
It'd throw him off.
Probably high stress,
Yeah.
went well. Went without a hitch. It was perfect.
Oh, it was perfect. Yes, it was perfect. And then actually, half of Marwayne was staying in Honolulu at the same time.
By chance,
We were in Maui. Sorry.
Maui.
That was my fault. Yeah,
In Maui.
Yeah, so we had an engagement supper in Maui, and
Just ironically, there was a bunch of other people there at the same time, and then we ended up running into them. Or I don't even know how that all went down. And the next thing, we're all having supper with a bunch of people. So, yeah, we had like a little celebration somewhere.
Very cool.
It's like fate.
Yeah.
So you guys, how long of engagement did you have?
Well, it wasn't that long, really.
No, I think we were married that
We
summer.
got engaged in January, and we were married in July.
Yeah.
Where was the wedding?
At the
Oh, the farm, buddy.
Of course it was.
Yeah, right on the farm. So we got married in Mom and Dad's spruce trees, and had my grandpa with a set of percheron horses and a wagon that brought us in, and
fjords.
fjords. And yeah, what else did we have? It was just right in the shed. Oh, a lot of work to get. Oh,
The shed cleaned up?
oh my God.
We spent a massive amount of time. Yeah.
Cleaning the yard. I mean, don't get married on the farm. Like, get your shed cleaned up. We're leveling gravel. We were cleaning up equipment.
We're packing it. So the floor was absolutely pristine as far as like packed gravel goes. And so that's where we were looking for the ring in the dirt.
That's where you were dancing?
So you guys are what was your first song? What was the first song you danced to?
Joe Diffie?
No,
that was our second song.
John Green?
That was our second song.
So that was our walk. That was our bridal party song.
Yeah, and our first song was John Party, Head Over Boots, right?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that right? Head Over Boots?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We didn't want the usual real slow one, because we like to dance and kick it up a little bit. So we went with the unconventional slow song.
Okay, so if it had been a slow song, maybe your ring wouldn't have flown off.
Well, that was after the party had got started. Like,
it wasn't the first
Once
dance.
the party was really going?
Yeah, I had a couple of Chardonnays by then, and was lighting her up pretty good. And all of a sudden, I realized I don't have a ring on it. And so we had a live band too. We had to stop the band, and we had to stop the music. We had everyone was hunting on the ground in the dirt, and we had plywood, I think, for a dance floor too.
Yeah, we did it was plywood.
And then somebody I don't know who found it.
I
but
don't remember.
Somebody found the ring, and we were back at her again.
Well, it was a cheap ring anyway.
Yeah.
So there wasn't.
That's lucky.
Well, being a farmer, though, I was not going to wear this thing very much because you're scared of getting caught in something.
So when you picked out the ring, because I was really, I mentioned
like
when I
your
went down to
engagement ring?
Richardson's,
Yeah.
I was really nervous. Like I was really scared to get the wrong ring. And then Richardson's was like, well, don't worry. If she doesn't like it, you can bring it back. And I go,
That's
okay.
like the worst, though. That's I was scared of that too. I'm like, bring it back. I'm like, ugh.
Well, I was pretty confident because I knew I knew she wouldn't want something huge because she doesn't wear a lot of jewelry. What was it like for you when you went to pick up
Same
the ring?
thing. Court's not a jewelry type girl, and I kind of had a jeweler that I dealt with that helped me design it, and she had some ideas she'd given me. So show the damn thing.
I'm not wearing it.
What?
I'm just wearing my wedding band.
She just come out of surgery, so that's why she
Right.
not moments ago. But she had taken her ring off, and her hands were still not fitting very well. So
Okay, family's obviously a huge part of Garth's
Yes.
life. So was that an instant hit too?
Oh, yeah. You've met Marvin Dad before.
Yeah, we met Marvin.
It's like winning the in-law jackpot. They're good
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, I meet them and I'm like, what the heck happened to your son? Like, what? How did this turn out?
usually when people meet Dad and Papa, they're always like, you make more sense now.
Okay, so Garth was really romantic in the engagement, but how has he been since? We'll take a break when we come back. We'll find out how this couple stays romantic and who is more romantic. We'll be right back.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
Welcome back to Spiro's. We remind you, Wellings of Lloydminster is an active 55 and over community with 66 bungalow townhome villas on a very flexible lease. Now, each unit contains a full kitchen, that's 5 appliances, walk-in showers, in-suite laundry. There's 1 and 2 bedroom choices to choose from, and the 2 bedroom choices also come with a garage deep enough where you can park a vehicle and also store some more stuff in the garage or use it for a workbench, because I know a lot of guys like to do that. It's called Care Freedom Living. How does that work out? Well, if you're starting to have health issues, you do not have to worry about shoveling snow when it's minus 40 or when it's +2, and you don't have to worry about cutting grass when it gets hot outside either. Plus, something breaks down, appliance, something like that, something wonky happens, you don't have to worry about it. Somebody comes in and takes care of it. Plus, if you're traveling, you do a lot of traveling, then you don't have to worry about somebody looking in on your house. There's somebody there to do that for you, and you don't have to worry about shingles and what's happening with your water heater and that kind of stuff that you worry about when you go away. Call Darlene at Wellings of Lloydminster, 780-872-8537. She'll take you through one of those 1 or 2 bedroom villas. Well, Love Story is an opportunity for couples to tell us about their love story. We found out from Garth and Cortney George here already about how they met and the proposal and the wedding. And now I'm wondering, like, Garth travels a lot. And I asked my dad one time, I said, how did you guys, like, how did you keep your marriage? How did things go so good for you guys? And he said, I was never home.
It's true. Spot on. Nailed it. Next question.
Well, they do say absence makes the heart grow fonder. So Garth does travel a lot. In the winter, I guess. Well, you know, back when, you know, people liked him. But what is it like? What is it that keeps you guys? Because whenever I'm around you guys, you're happy, you're smiling, you're laughing.
Jack Daniels.
Well, you better enjoy it now, because when Trump puts tariffs on, you're not going to be able to buy it anymore.
It'll be gone.
You're not going to be able to afford it. But,
No, I don't know.
But what is it like?
We just generally like each other.
Am I right though in saying you guys always seem happy? You always seem like. I hope that's not a show.
No, goodness no. I don't think so.
No, we're together all the time. Like, we work together. She's on the farm. Like, it's like most farm families. Everybody's tied together, right? So, and we're fighters. So there's really no sheets that
We don't-
aren't aired. There's like,
Yeah, we don't leave anything like festering. If I'm or can't like if either one of
if
us
she's
are
mad,
mad,
she'll tell me.
Yeah, exactly, and vice versa.
Right? Does Mom
He
tell
knows
us?
right away.
Yeah, introduce us to this little guy here.
This is my boy. This is my boy Rhett. This is our youngest boy Rhett. He's how old are you?
6.
6? Yeah. So he's our youngest, and we got our oldest boy, 17, who's graduating high school, and yeah. So we're a big family outfit. So for getting along, I don't know. We just do.
We take some time out for us too. Like we do work and then, but we work together also, and then yeah, we go on mostly to farm shows. I think is what we spend a lot of time.
I took her there for an anniversary. Took her to the farm show.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, really spice it up, you know. So
Now I go to work at farm shows, so then he'll come with me, and it's just
arm
some-
candy.
So, what keeps the spice going though? What is it that keeps you guys looking at each other with those doe eyes?
We laugh a lot.
Yeah, we laugh a lot. I don't know. We just generally like each other. I don't know how to tell. I don't even know. It's
I
not
don't know what
work.
the
It's not
secret
like we
sauce
have.
is.
It's not like we have to try. It's not like we have like date night or
Yeah.
anything.
no.
We don't. It's all. I don't even know. That's a good question. I haven't really thought about it, but we just get along, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that makes a lot of sense to us because we did this 3 times last year, and in every one of them, we found it was easy. What did they say? It's just easy.
Yep.
It's just
Yeah.
just really
Like
easy. It just comes natural.
You just wanna be around that person.
Yeah, other couples like they have like date nights and they got to do this and this, and I'm like, we've never done that. Am I bad? But like we do everything together. Like, you know, when I'm home with the family. Like I'm committed. When I'm gone flying or whatever, then I'm gone. But at first that was a little tough for you, I think. Initially at first that I was gone, but you know.
Was that a little tough?
Well, yeah, that was more like thinking before we got married. By the time we got married, I was pretty used to it because he's been flying the whole time in the winters, and yeah, it was a little bit tough at first, but nothing obviously crazy enough for me to call it quits.
You ever go with him?
No.
Thanks, Kurt.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Well, because everyone's like, yeah, you're married to a pilot. You must want to go everywhere. But when a pilot
The
gets
first
home,
time I ever went to an all-inclusive, because Sunwing is strictly all-inclusive, first
Yep.
time I ever went, last year.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
well, it's just tough because when you're home, you're like, I don't want to go
Well,
anywhere. And
if I
then
could
with
go
the farm,
them
we're
and you're standby, and we have kids, and it just takes.
yeah, like the standby, like she travels standby, right? So like the last thing I need is to get her down there and then have to leave her. Like say the plane's full,
Yeah, that would be no. For me.
Yeah.
and that's like always been like, you know, like, oh God, and how do I get her home? And then it's just a whole, so like, and Sunwing's usually always full because they're a charter flight, right? It's not
Yeah.
like a scheduled service, which there's always some seats, right? We're usually packed all the time. So I've had friends of mine that have taken their spouses and like had to leave them, and then they took another 2 days to get home. So then they're stuck in like wherever you are for 2 days by themselves. She's not a big fan of that.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I don't blame
Are
her.
you?
Me? I'd be fine stuck in Mexico for 2 days, but I mean, so that's kind of why. And then with the boys, we don't want to leave mom in Mexico, do we?
Not by myself. No.
So it was a really romantic proposal. So has he been romantic since, Courtney?
Yes, Courtney, go ahead and answer Kurt's question.
He may or may not have got it all out of his system at the beginning.
Oh, I've come home with flowers a few times.
No.
I'm trying to think what else.
But that's an apology, I bet.
Yeah.
No, he gets me flowers every Valentine's Day and every birthday, and he always celebrates the things. And no, he is romantic. I just mean nothing that grand. But
Right.
I don't need that either. So it's not.
It's just
something
not
that-
really who we are, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
So
it wouldn't be why did you do that? I think I would. That's sweet.
It's like
but
my
you
mom and
didn't have
dad
to.
when dad bought mom roses, she accused him of having an affair. So dad's like, well, that's the last time I buy you flowers, I guess. So I guess that's kind of stuck with me. No random flowers or you're in trouble, right? So
I think next year we need to get Marvin Devlin.
oh, they would be.
That would be
I think so.
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
would
might
be
be.
so good.
Oh
that
God,
would be
the
pretty good
ratings,
too.
oh boy.
So, what's every day like? Like, what's every day
I don't know.
like?
We have lots of fun, don't we? Hey,
Yeah.
we are a goofy family. Do we always goof around? Hey, Dad does.
Just him?
Just me? You goof around too, don't you?
You too.
I don't know.
Mom doesn't goof around the house. She's not as goofy.
I don't know. I don't know. We're just pretty happy. It's a hard question because when it's good, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're just pretty happy. We're very fortunate. Like things are good and health's good and so.
Do you guys ever do you celebrate anniversaries in a big way, or is it?
Not really, because it's usually in the middle of spring.
Yeah.
And
there's always a lot going on right at that time, so we kind of just not really.
It's kind of like the morning, crisp high five, happy anniversary, and away we go.
Yeah.
So we do stuff afterwards. Like we're going to Mexico here again in a bit, and like we do trips and stuff. Somebody here wants to go to Disney World, hey?
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
So we do stuff like that, and but it's tough when you have like a farm. Like any farming family knows, like you can't just take time off for stuff like that.
So you don't schedule a date night or something like
that?
No, but we'll have like if it's harvest or like his birthday or things like that. As far as anniversaries go, I think we'll probably celebrate the big ones, but I don't know.
What about your birthday? Do we celebrate yours? A little bit? June 29th?
We kind of just incorporated into everyday farm life.
Yeah.
Hey?
Go skidooing and stuff, and it's good.
Last time I fall off my skidoo.
You did.
You did fall off your skidoo.
And then when after that we got back, and then my brother, I took a helmet on because my brother was like into the snow.
Brother put your face in the snow, didn't you?
Yeah, but at least I was protected by my helmet.
That's good. There you go. You wear a helmet.
Sit down. There you go.
Have you guys this would be a real personal question, but have you decided is this the family now?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm no spring chicken, Bryce. So this is.
No,
it.
you never were.
No, I never. I was late. I was late to the show, but we're pretty happy. We got our two boys, and
we're complete.
We're on opposite spectrums, 17 and 6. So it's there's a lot happening, but
one graduating, one starting school. It's kind of like we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we forgetting? Are we forgetting anything, Heather?
What you've learned throughout your marriage? Any pieces of advice you would share?
That's a good question.
Never go to bed mad. Would be one. Never.
We covered a little bit of it before. Like we don't ever leave anything fester. If we've got something to talk about, we talk about it right then and we get it out. And I think that's.
Make sure you as ladies, fill your cars up with gas.
Or your husband will roast you on Facebook for it.
I've caught her in the driveway with a jerry can filling the Suburban. Like, is it that hard? Put some gas in your car. I've ran out of gas going to work because someone driven my car all weekend, and then I go to the farm in a hurry and I'm on the side of the road out of gas. Like, fill your car up with gas.
That's very practical.
Okay, what's that conversation like? Okay, I want to address something with you now. I'm out of gas sitting on the side of the road. We need to have a conversation about this right now.
I think that's kind of how
So
it's
grab a
happened.
jerry can.
You know that jerry can you used to fill the Suburban up in the driveway? I need that right now. I got a picture. Drove into the driveway and she's rushing and she's in her dress clothes. She's going to a meeting and she's got a jerry can. She didn't fill her, so she's using the lawnmower gas to.
I will never make it there. I've run it too close to the needle. He's also taken pictures of the gas gauge when he's gotten in the vehicle and posted it to social media and then outed me on there for it.
Okay, that's his issue with you. What's your issue with him?
I don't know.
It starts out as a love story, but by the end it's a battle
this
royal.
is a divorce story.
Yeah.
Here. Keep this up.
I know issue.
What's his
You have no issue?
You don't have
No
an issue?
I
You have an issue? What's your issue?
my mom and dad went to the wedding.
Yeah.
Went to the wedding and you weren't allowed to come?
No, yeah, I wasn't because I was in mom's tummy. I was in mom's tummy and my dad and mom were
when we
in
got married.
Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Oh,
That's when they got married.
So you want to go to Hawaii? He does bring. That's actually true. That is an
He's
issue.
wanted to go to Hawaii. his
You want to
whole
go to Hawaii
life.
all the time, don't you? I guess Dad better loosen up the pocketbook here.
If there's anybody who could.
Hey, it was a drought year. We're at crop insurance here. Bud. Hang on.
Well, thank you guys. We appreciate you guys doing this.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we
I need to ride
appreciate
home.
your
We're having
love
separate
story.
vehicles here. But.
Yeah. We do have a $100 gift certificate from you from Spiro's.
Oh,
So
thank you.
we want to treat you to a nice romantic meal, or you guys can come out as a family. I think I know which you'll do. You'll probably do the family thing.
What do you say to Kurt? Thank you. Free food, eh?
We should come back here for supper.
Thank you.
And thank you to Spiro's and to Richardson's Jewellery, of course, for being a part of Love Story. They're a huge part of Lloydminster. Obviously, it's a family-run restaurant here, and it's a family-run jewelry store, so it's easy to talk about these two places that do so much for our community locally, and, of course, provide a great venue for a beautiful romantic meal, or of course when you're picking out that ring. And guys, if you're nervous, go see Matt and the team at Richardson's Jewellery. They make it really, really easy on you. So join us again next week. We've got another love story coming your way. We'll hold that as a surprise on who that's going to be, but we're looking forward to talking to you again.